Hey everybody, Andrew Patterson here with IronmanHacks, and I'm super happy to be joined by Belinda Granger. And if you guys don't know who she is, maybe Belinda, can you give us a quick intro of who you are and what your career in triathlon has been about?
Oh, okay. I'll try and keep this brief. Thank you, firstly, for having me. It's great to talk to you. Right now, I'm a retired professional athlete, and I've been retired for quite some time. And I still work in the sport of triathlon. In fact, I probably spend more time in triathlon now than I did when I was an actual athlete. But I started as an age group athlete for a couple of years, realized that I was actually okay at this sport, and turned into a professional athlete late 90s, I think it was, and competed all the way through. As I said, I think I've been retired now for about 8 years. And now I work as professional liaison for Challenge Family Global, as well as doing some commentary now for Challenge Family for the PTO and for Clash events over in the USA as well. And everything and anything triathlon is basically what I do these days.
I guess your voice is recognized and known. What have you done for announcing or commentating? Where have you done that?
Well, I sort of just fell into that, to be honest. I remember when I was retiring from the sport of triathlon, I did a Sebi Kinley, and I took a whole year. So we all know that Sebi Kinley just did his last Kona, but he's actually not retiring yet. That was just his last Kona. He's going to retire. He's going to have a retirement year next year, which is what I did. And I just used the entire year to go around and do all of my favorite races all around the world. And when I retired, I remember going to Kona that year and meeting up with the then CEO and owner of Challenge Family, Zibby, and another person who works for Challenge. And they said, well, what do you want to do from here? And I said, well, I want to stay in the sport. I said, while I've given up professional racing, I still love the sport like yesterday, and I want to be involved. And they actually said, well, if you design yourself a job, you can work for us. And I kid you not, that's what they said to me. So I said, well, my passion is looking after the professional athletes. I was lucky enough to make a living from professional triathlon for many, many years. And I want to give that opportunity to all these other newbie pros out there. And they said, okay, well, what about pro liaison? You can liaise between all of our race directors and the professional athletes. And it just sort of went from there. And then from there, because I had such a great understanding of all the professional athletes, I got asked to do some live commentary. I think Challenge Roth was the first one, to be honest, and absolutely loved it, because basically I just get to talk about something I love and the people I love, the pro athletes, all day long. And it's just sort of snowballed from that day. And now, of course, I do a lot of the live events for Challenge, the main one being Challenge Roth, also Challenge Armir. I do a lot of live commentary from my bedroom for some of the races. So I do remote commentary for a lot of our races around the world as well. And Clash Daytona, which was originally Challenge. Clash Daytona, I love doing the live commentary for those events. Clash Daytona and Clash Miami, the production team I work there, which is NASCAR Productions, is the greatest production team I've ever had the opportunity to work with, and I adore them all, and they are just so pro at their job. So that's an absolute honour to work for them every year. And more recently, the PTO, which again, the production team there, Martin and his team are, truly phenomenal. And it's just, I've gone from working ground routes in live commentary to working for the very, very best. So it's been a real honour.
That's excellent. That's great. And how many times have you raced Challenge Roth yourself?
And again, I think that's what really helps with the live commentary. Not only do I know the athletes racing, not just from a physical level, but also a personal level, I also know most of the courses that they're racing on, because I've raced them sometimes up to a dozen times. Challenge Roth, I've raced 10 times, so I know the course like the back of my hand.
You won it too, right?
Yes, I've won it only once, but I won it back in 1995, which is, 2005, God, I'm not that old, 2005. I did the first one in 2004 and came second, and then I won it in 2005. So, and then I basically did it every year there on for the next 8 years, so 10 years there. I sort of have this weird habit of when I find a race I like, I do it 10 times. I think I did Ironman Australia 10 times. I did the World Championships in Kona. I thought I'd done that 10 times, but actually I went back and had a look, and I've only done that 9 times. So I didn't like it as much as I like Challenge Roth.
You better get with the program.
No, it's funny, I actually had a bit of a thought, should I go back and try and qualify as an age group athlete and get that 10th time? And I thought, absolutely not. It's one of the hardest, most difficult races you'll ever do. And yeah, it's definitely that ship has sailed.